Hello YouTube. You're joining me in my garden today and I'm looking at the beautiful view. I'm afraid you don't get to see it because the sun is over there. I haven't done a film for a while because I haven't been feeling good, and I thought I'd talk to you about why today. So after I went to go and see my doctor, he said you need to get a blood test, just to see what my lithium levels were like, but also to have a look at my iron levels, sodium levels, potassium, B12, all sorts of different levels. And most of my blood levels were either on the low end of the range, or off the scale low. But the main problem, the main issue for me was my iron levels. So the range for iron goes from 20 all the way up to 200, so it's quite a big range. And for me, I was on 2, so almost non-existent. And he was like, right, you've got to do something about that, Joanna. So he prescribed these for me. Which has also got B9 in it, which I think apparently helps to absorb it in your body. I think they're quite basic iron tablets. This is a French brand, that's why it says fer, because fer is iron. Oh yeah, it's got acid folic, so I think B9 is the folic acid. I have actually been low in iron for a very long time, probably ever since I was pregnant with Heidi, because during my pregnancy I was extremely slow. I literally was walking like a snail, and I had very low energy. And I know that in the past it was maybe 7 and it was flagged up then, and I tried to take some iron tablets in England for that, but I found I had real problems with constipation, and I was like, I can't do this, I can't be this constipated and carry on living. So I literally stopped taking the iron, and I tried to properly change my diet, eat a lot more dark leafy greens and beetroots and things like that. But it obviously wasn't enough, because then I think a couple of years ago it was 5, so it had reduced more, and then to a couple of weeks ago was 2, and it took till 2 for me to really notice severe symptoms of anemia, I suppose. On Christmas Day I was lying on the sofa, really not being able to help at all with the cooking or any of the preparations. I was literally just lying there, just trying to breathe, really. So yeah, and I think that my past video that I did in the field not long ago, some of my symptoms like the shortness of breath, the tightness of my chest, the confusion, the not being able to speak so eloquently, was probably due to lack of iron more than the kind of reduction of lithium that I'd been going through. So I think all parts of a person are important to look at when you're trying to heal, not just lithium levels and withdrawal and all that. I think there's other things that you have to take into consideration. The next thing I'd like to look into is gut flora and microbiotics, I think it's called, and all the bacterias, the good bacterias that are inside your gut. I've been researching low stomach acid and what was the other thing? Oh, leaky gut, and a lot of things that I've been hearing about when I've done research seem very much like some of the symptoms that I have. So I really want to be tested and analysed on my internal intestines and what's going on there, and I think it could really flag up some interesting things for me. So yeah, I've taken these for, I'm on my 12th day now, and today was the first time that I woke up and I had that kind of serotonin, like hormonal surge of energy that came. So for me, it kind of kicks in a couple of seconds after I open my eyes, or even, you know, I know that I'm awake, and I get that sensation of, you know, sudden energy. I was like, yes, 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 it's come back. And that was a really good feeling. So I was like, today's gonna be good. Today's gonna be good. Because literally a couple of days previous, I had one of those days where I was lying in bed, and you'd call it depression, really. I really couldn't think of a reason what the point was to get out of bed. I laid there for quite a while, and I was feeling very sorry for myself. I think I was almost crying as well. At times I was calling out for Robin because I was like, I need help to get out of bed. Robin, come and help me get out of bed. You can see him back there, he's taking photographs of his artwork. And the only thing that got me out of bed was the sunshine and the idea of possibly going into the vegetable patch and turning over some soil with a spade and weeding and just kind of being in nature. I didn't want to do anything else. And actually, once I started doing that, I was able to do loads more other tasks in the garden. And I was outside most of the day until it started, I think it was drizzling. So yeah, I was able to pick myself up from a bad start. Yeah, I think anemia's pretty horrible. I spoke to my doctor on the phone and I told him what lack of energy I have, and he said, you know, anemia will give you a certain amount of low energy, but depression and feeling low and having that low mood will give you more of a lack of energy than anemia would, which I thought was interesting. So I think I've still had, you know, I still have feelings of being anxious. My breath still isn't back to normal. And so yeah, there's still a lot of other issues that are underlying that, you know, aren't ironed out yet. But I think that regaining some energy with iron is certainly going to help me a lot. Yeah, I think I'll stop there. I'm trying to persuade my husband Robin to come and chat with us, so that you can see his perspective on what's been going on with me, because I suppose at times he is my carer, and if you're a carer, then it can be interesting to get that point of view and you know, what a carer might need as help from others, and what it's like living with someone with bipolar. Anyway, you've heard enough for one video, and if you'd like to subscribe and click the like button and comment, then please do. I get back to most of the comments if I can give a nice proper reply to your questions, then I do. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying a nice sunny day too, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.